Want to see some really mind-boggling power outage statistics? Go to the Eversource outage map and sort by percentage of customers affected. There are 4 towns in Connecticut with significant amounts of Eversource customers, over 700, where the number of people who do have power is in the single digits. And at the top of that list is Hebron. Almost 4,000 Eversource customers. Take a guess how many of them in that entire town have power. 7. That's a 99.82% outage rate in Hebron. Right now, well more than 2 days past this. And joining me now to discuss how the town is coping, Hebron Selectman John Collins. Good morning. You said you were just a few minutes ago that you were in the parking lot of the library where there is some sort of internet so that you can communicate. And thank you for taking the time. What is it like in Hebron this morning?
Well, thank you for having me, Tim. We are, as you said, 99% are without power. You know, everybody here is hardworking and resilient, but I think our patience is being tested. People are helping each other. There's a lot of community spirit. You know, like I said, it's a strong community, but you know, we've only seen one assessor who I talked with yesterday. I just saw the first repair truck. And so the response, I think, has been lacking. It's actually been unacceptable from Eversource.
What did Eversource or that assessor tell you in terms of how long it's going to take to get Hebron back, or why there hasn't been more of a response in that town?
He wasn't able to say anything, really. You know, he said a lot of trees down, obviously, but it's very clear they're understaffed and that they didn't bring in repair people early on. You know, in 2011, after that storm, there was a program that was a good program to bring in Eversource linemen early on in the process with the assessors to work with the public works people. Our public works people can't remove trees from the streets if there are lines on them without Eversource people. So that has reduced their effectiveness. I think in the future we need early repair people throughout Connecticut to work with public works to be more effective. That's a major flaw in their response.
You mentioned 2011. Yeah, I remember the big criticism back there was that a lot of those extra crews were just on call as opposed to being staged in specific spots. Now, that was a snowstorm-related issue, so they did have trouble getting to places. But I imagine they would have had a lot of trouble getting to some places in Hebron just because of the amount of trees that are down on roads.
Yes and no. I think we had good weather. I think if we had had the tree crews and the linemen, and like I said, the public works was out. Our public works is a crack crew. They were out early the next day, and a lot of the problems would have been remedied, like I said, if we'd had linemen here. And you know, we love the linemen, we love all the employees of Eversource, but I think the leadership has failed in providing early response. And it's easy. Just get more linemen here. That is a solution to, or at least a part of a solution to the problem.
Okay, well, you said you're at least seeing one of them there, and there is some evidence that more and more are coming from out of state. Where do you go from here at this point? What are you going to try to do to put more pressure on Eversource going forward?
Well, I mean, we're going to have a Board of Selectmen meeting. I think that hopefully we'll come out with a unified voice to not only ask but demand better service. Our town manager has been trying to get a hold of Eversource. They haven't been very good in communication. They did have a meeting this morning. We need more communication. I don't think we're going to see action until it gets to the legislature and we have a change in how things are done. Right now, I think the way that things are set up is unacceptable. You know, we have storms. We all know what's going to happen when we have a storm. They need to have a better response. And it's not just tree cutting. They have to rethink their entire program. Just so you know, I'm running for state rep. If I'm elected, I will be a voice for this. I will be a voice for change.
Okay, well, John Collins, Hebron Selectman, thank you for taking the time. Of course, we wish all the great people in your town the best. We got to do better than 7 customers with power. This 60 hours now out from the first outages. Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you, and a shout out to everybody in Hebron. Stay safe.
You got it.